American English, American English. Teach and learn American English.
In this teaching tip topic, Katie will examine what infographics are, how to incorporate them into the ESL or EFL classroom, and some instructions for creating infographics with students. Welcome, Katie.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me for this teaching tips video about infographics. I'm happy to share my ideas with you today. Let's get started. Let's start by looking at our goals for this video. Today we'll explore the concept of infographics and how to incorporate them in your content-based English language lessons, and instructions for helping your students create infographics using hands-on materials or digital tools. What is an infographic? According to Voice of America, an infographic is a visual image, such as a chart or diagram, used to represent information or data. An example of this is shown here. Infographics can come in many styles. You may be asking yourself, why should I use infographics with my English language learners? Well, the answer is simple. Infographics support learning. In fact, our brain can digest the facts presented on an infographic 3 times faster than reading it in text, since it's an illustrated format, according to Bit Rebels. And if your ESL or EFL students can digest information in English faster, they will be more likely to participate in communicative language practice. Here's another example of an infographic, a pie chart. This one is focused on recycling and composting rates. You may be familiar with reading pie charts or other simple infographics as well. However, sometimes infographics can be a bit more complex. This example of an advanced infographic shows the benefits of plants, and it includes visual images, diagrams, and text to help the reader learn about this topic through visual cues. Now, reading infographics with your students will likely be a very interesting way to engage them with the topics of discussion in your English classroom. However, asking students to also create infographics can help them engage in a more authentic way. Let me walk you through the steps for creating an infographic using canva.com. When you go to canva.com, you will need to first create a free user account. On the design page, you will find the option for creating infographics in the row labeled Blogging and eBooks. After you select the yellow icon for infographics, you can choose from several different layouts. The layouts have suggested themes, pictures, colors, and text in them already, but you can replace all of these features with your chosen content. It is important that you, as the teacher, try to create a sample infographic before you ask your students to do so. That should help you anticipate any tech issues or language questions your students may have. Now let me guide you through the 3 steps that your students will need to complete to create an original digital infographic. First, you will need to guide your students in choosing their topic. You can give them all the same topic to focus on, or you can ask them to choose a more specific topic related to your lesson. For example, after doing some previous research or classroom discussion about the lesson theme, environment, you could instruct your students to create an infographic that lists a few things they can do in their daily lives to help the environment. Students can practice their writing skills according to the directions you give them about the text they should include. In sticking with our environmental theme, you could ask your students to come up with a simple list of phrases related to things they can do to help the environment, or you can make the language task more complex. For example, students could come up with a list of short imperative statements such as conserve water or reduce waste, and then they can write I can statements to go along with those imperatives. Last but not least, students can choose images to represent each statement. They can take their own pictures, find fair use images online, or use the images embedded in canva.com's templates. Depending on your students' abilities and level, you may ask them to incorporate some more complex elements into their infographic, such as small charts or diagrams. Summing up, Today we explored the concept of infographics and how to incorporate them in your content-based English language lessons, and instructions for helping your students create infographics using hands-on materials or digital tools. Good luck with using infographics in your classroom, and thanks for joining me.
To check out other great teaching tip videos, be sure to subscribe to our American English YouTube channel. You can find resources for teachers on the American English website by clicking on the link listed here. And if you haven't already, be sure to like us on the American English for Educators Facebook page.